Ladies and gentlemen, my name is
Scott.
Hey, yo. Is that his younger brother? It's gonna be
Jeff.
The cream will rise to the top. Oh, yeah.
And you're listening to
all of the great action figures from our good friends at Hasbro.
The Fullyposeable.
Have your own WrestleMania with all your favorite figures.
Wrestling figure.
Each sold separately from LJN.
Podcast.
And we are the Mount Rushmore of professional wrestling.
Hey, welcome to episode 425 of the Fullyposeable Wrestling Figure Podcast, longest running episodic wrestling figure podcast going today. My name is Jeff C. Alongside next to me is my real life brother, not storyline brother, Scott. Scott, say hello.
Hello.
Scott, what's going on, dude?
I'm thinking of redoing my whole podcast desk.
Okay. Tell us more.
Yeah, that was kind of out of left field. Sorry. No, I'm looking at my setup now, and I've got my laptop on top of the McFarlane Batmobile box, and it's balanced precariously on there so that the camera can angle down over my elimination chamber microphone protector thing. I need to redo this. This is no good. This is not going to work for me anymore. I don't want to be a diva, but I'm going to change some things. The good news is I just got a new laptop.
Okay.
So that will be excellent. So I'm thinking of getting a new mixer with a mute button, so you don't have to continually edit out my coughs and throat clears and backfires that tend to happen on occasion. Although those are funny when they make it in.
I haven't heard any backfires because the microphone doesn't pick it up because it's more of a direct. So unless you're like Howard Stern and put it like right next to your culo, yeah, dude, we're not to hear it.
No, you will, because there's an Easter egg on the Valentine's Day episode of Drunk Wrestling History. If you listen to it, I guess you can call it an Easter egg. It smells like eggs, that's for sure. There was a little Easter egg on that episode, dude.
Disgusting.
Yeah, it was great because I heard it and I was like, oh my gosh, Shannon, you have to hear this. And I played it back and you can hear like clear as day. We started dying.
That's hella funny, dude.
Yeah, but no, this needs to get changed. I need to rearrange my podcast desk. This isn't working for me anymore.
You're just not feeling it anymore, huh?
Enough is enough and it's time for a change.
Well, the cool thing is I can see down your shirt and your milkshake brings all the boys to the yard, you know?
Digging the chest fro?
Excuse me. Turkey tacos are talking back, you know?
They think they're so tough now.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, your chest fro down to your ball pubes or whatnot.
No, it's chest pubes down to my ball fro.
I was close enough. Ball pubes. Ball pubes.
My ball pubes.
I'm naming the show Ball Pubes, dude.
Oh, excellent. Oh, that's great. No, outside of that, dude, yeah, rocking the tank top because it's like 70-something degrees outside right now. It's amazing.
For some reason, it's cold in the house, so I have the sweatshirt on right now, but it's not as cold as it's going to be in Philadelphia.
Yes, Philadelphia is it's going to be a little chilly. I'm actually heading to Seattle this weekend. So that's one of the reasons we're kind of wrapping up early tonight. We're going to have Shawn Ng, spoiler alert. Shawn Ng's going to be on in a little bit. We're going to have to kind of wrap it up a little bit early because I've got to pack and get ready. We're going to Seattle for a few days.
April 5th, 4 p.m. City Tap House, located at 2 Logan Square, 100 North 18th Street. That is the Figlife Meetup 3. Come one, come all. From 4 to 6 p.m., we're just going to be hanging out. There'll be food. There'll be alcoholic beverages there for everyone. First round's on us. Second round's on you.
Yep, you only get one. First one's free.
But we're going to have a good time. There's going to be giveaways. There's going to be prizes. So come one, come all. April 5th, 4 p.m. And I'm going to kind of spoil this a little bit before Shawn Ng comes on. But Scott, guess what just arrived on my porch?
A kitten?
Dude, it was a baby brought to me by a stork.
Wow.
But then I started thinking, who had sex with the stork to have a baby?
That was a Norm Macdonald delivery, dude.
Thank you. I have been practicing.
Yeah, no, that was like a perfect Norm Macdonald right there.
No, but like, no, there wasn't a baby and a stork. No, it was the Mantaur test shot figure that will be given away at Figlife Meetup 3, April 5th, 4 p.m.
You're like, wait a second. I mean, what Mantaur figure? It never arrived. I don't know what you're talking about.
Tuck under the armpit and slowly walk away.
Insert into pocket.
No, we are going to be giving this away. We want you guys to win this. So if you guys are there, you guys are present, everyone has a shot at getting the test shot. So
You got to be there.
just
no mail-in requests.
No, you cannot say, hey, can I just submit my name and then you throw it into a hat or the Godfather's hat? No, it doesn't work that way. You have to be physically present to win this prize.
Yeah, we don't acknowledge spirits. Sorry.
City Tap House located at 2 Logan Square, 100 North 18th Street, right next to WrestleCon. And
You didn't get the Adrian reference.
I got the Adrian reference. It's a Star Trek one. I get it.
Oh, okay, good.
And you can get any of our shirts from Pro Wrestling Tees or whatamaneuver.net. You can follow us on the Twitter, X, YouTube, Snapchat, and the book faces at Fullyposeable, Instagram, Fullyposeable, WFP. You can go back and listen to any of our past podcasts on Podbean, Stitcher, iTunes, iHeartRadio, and Spotify, and just do a Google search. But if you do listen to us on iTunes, please rate and review and subscribe over there. And you can send us any audio questions, or anything else at all. Send it on over to fullyposeablewfp at gmail.com. Scott, this past weekend, I started kind of bubbling everything up for my suitcase that is going to be taken to WrestleCon.
You're actually taking a suitcase to WrestleCon.
Yes. Well, I won't be physically carrying around a suitcase.
It works well, dude. I'm just saying.
I know, but there's, it's nuts to butts and, everything. So it's kind of tough to carry around a suitcase. So just carry a bag, have a few signatures, run it up to the person that we know's hotel room, run back down, get more signatures, stuff like that.
So did you see the Bushwhacker Luke was going to be there? Is he on your list to...
No, because I've already met Bushwhacker Luke.
Oh, you already got Luke?
Mm-hmm.
Got it. Okay. So who is on your WrestleCon list?
2 Tito Santanas, 2 Marty Jannettis, Ahmed Johnson. I've got a few things for Demolition. Demolition's going to be making some coin off of me.
Well, the good thing is only $50 a pop.
Exactly. Powers of Pain.
Oh, what are you getting the Powers of Pain to sign?
I'm getting the Epic Toys figures. I'm going to get those Hasbro Styles figures signed.
Sweet.
And I think that's it right now. Is Buff Bagwell going to be there?
I didn't see him.
Okay.
Well, the WrestleCon gods answered my prayers, Jeff.
Yes, I saw Fred Ottman's name pop up on WrestleCon's list.
Yeah, you shot me that note, and I was like, yes. So Shockmaster will be going to Philadelphia with me, along with the Ahmed Retro and the Demolition Classic Superstars 2-pack. My hope is that Demolition has a turnbuckle pad, in which case I would probably forego having the figures signed.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're already signed, dude. But I really like those turnbuckle pads.
They're great, aren't they?
I love them. They pop so much, and there's that little strip on my wall where they fit perfectly. Mm-hmm. So right now, I'm really, really leaning if they have a turnbuckle pad there, getting that signed. But if they don't have those, then I'll just get the Classic Superstars 2-pack re-signed.
Well, High Spots usually has a store that is inside WrestleCon.
Okay.
That has a mess load of turnbuckle pads.
Perfect.
Demolition could be on there. We don't know, but usually when you walk in, it's t-shirt, figures, turnbuckle pads, signed photos, you name it, it's all there.
Nice. Okay. Yeah. If they've got one for Demolition, I'm probably going to do that instead of the figures, but I'll still be taking the figures with me to Philly just in case.
Well, it's only $50, dude. I mean, you can get both.
It's an expensive trip, dude.
Yeah, I know. I'm going with you. I understand.
Yeah.
I understand the costs that are involved. This ain't my first WrestleMania.
You know what's so great about going as Jeff Toon to WrestleMania? The whole trip itself.
That you're Jeff Toon?
Well, I mean, outside of the obvious.
Oh. What?
It's that you don't drink, dude.
Yeah?
That shit's expensive.
I'm actually curious how much it's going to be in Philadelphia, because I've noticed alcohol outside of California and in Las Vegas is fairly on the cheaper side.
Okay, well, fingers crossed that that's the case, because I just remember our Aftershock trip in Sacramento 2 years ago. 2.5 years ago.
California.
Dude, that was 4 days, and it was ridiculous. So I'm a little nervous for Philadelphia. So that's why I'm not like, oh, I'll just get an extra Demolition autograph. We'll have to see. I don't know.
See, Scott, if you just pass up on a couple of drinks and you just get the turnbuckle pad, you're going to be happier because you'll remember the drink, or excuse me, you'll remember the turnbuckle pad, but you may not remember what happens after the drinks.
That's true. I may not even remember getting the drink. So you raised some good points.
I usually do. By the way, rumor is now I keep hearing it flip flop back and forth between Vegas and Minnesota next year.
Yeah, they can't make up their mind, but they have to break the news at WrestleMania.
They will. They will.
Yeah, we'll have next year's spot by then.
I have no interest in going to Minnesota. There is
Same.
like zero.
Yep. Same.
Anyways, I don't know.
I'm out on Minnesota. If it's in Vegas, obviously I'll go. I mean, I can drive to Vegas.
Right.
Yeah, I probably won't, but you could, or we could.
I don't know. Sorry to the people who live in Minneapolis, but there's just nothing that is desirable to go.
Outside of wanting to see the Twins ballpark?
Well, the Twins ballpark and where WrestleMania would be at the new Minnesota Vikings stadium, which I want to see that stadium, but I don't want to see WrestleMania there.
Yeah, I'm out on Minnesota. It doesn't have, again, no offense to those that live in Minnesota or around that area, but it doesn't have, as like a Californian, it doesn't have that draw, like a New York or a Philly. Shoot, I haven't even gone to Florida for a WrestleMania because Florida doesn't have an appeal for me at all.
Yeah, you're not missing much with Florida.
I mean, it would be like go to Disney World.
Yeah.
But I'd want to take the family to that. That's not like go to WrestleMania and go to Disney World.
Scott, have you picked up anything?
Did I talk about the Ultimate Cody, KO, and Sammy last week?
You did.
I did. Okay. So I did the Power Town buy-in, obviously.
Okay.
Was so tempted by the full set. I mean, I saw the picture of all of them, that beautiful poster that they're giving away if you buy the whole set. And the price tag, I mean, it wasn't a lot off, but it was still something. And I'm like, I can't. I can't do it. Because then you're becoming a completionist. And I can't do that because I have very specific guidelines for myself on collecting the Power Town Remco style figures. So I did pick up 2 sets of Rock and Roll Express. One is yours.
Thank you.
Magnum and Tully 2-pack and Hacksaw Jim Duggan. And I left it there. But now I was talking to our good buddy Tim last night, and I might have to order Bockwinkel.
How did Tim sell you?
He was talking about Bockwinkel. I'm like, damn it, that fits my guidelines. I may have to drop another $25.
Yeah, you should, dude.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to add Bonkwinkle.
So have you
Bockwinkel?
Bullwinkle? Rocky and Bullwinkle?
Yes.
Is that what you? Yeah,
Rocky and Bonkwinkle.
Bonkwinkle. Oh, okay. So have you gone back and picked up any of the superstars yet?
No, but dude, I'm seeing Ollie's has $5 flares.
Yep.
So if anybody can hook me up with a $5 Ric Flair, I'll take it loose. They're getting opened anyway.
PayPal ready?
PayPal is ready for a $5 Ric Flair. We'll cover shipping as well.
I'm trying everything I can to save money right now. So I got one rock and roll because I know you got me. So I'm gonna try to get one signed and I'm gonna open the other.
Nice, good call.
Because I needed this. I got 2 Magnum TAs and Tully Blanchard.
Why'd you get 2?
Because one to open and one to hope that maybe they would sign them.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay,
Bockwinkel.
You got Nick Bockwinkel, yes.
Then I also got Tito Santana.
Okay, so 1 Bockwinkel, 1 Santana.
And then I said I was out on Hacksaw, but I ended up pulling the trigger on a Hacksaw.
And you didn't get Missing Link or Bobo Brazil?
Those are the only 2 I did get.
Got it.
Like you, it was kind of before our time, and I know the history regarding them, but...
Yeah, I like the Missing Link figure a lot. I think it has a great look. As Breaker says, toyetic. For sure, that look that Missing Link had is very toyetic. But that figure doesn't really hold any appeal to me because that, like you just said, was kind of before our time when we started watching WWF. He wasn't even really there.
Right.
So there's no draw for me there. Plus, he doesn't really fit my guidelines of that era for the Remco style.
Mm-hmm.
Same goes for Bobo Brazil. But Hacksaw fits. That was a UWF guy. And Bockwinkel fits. So like I said, I think I'm going to add Bockwinkel to my order.
And you have the Asylum Road Warriors, right?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
Which you could still purchase, by the way. They're still up.
Those are still available?
Yes, Asylum still has them available.
Really?
All of Series 1, the Hebners, Vicious and Delicious,
and
Road Warriors. Still available.
That's why I was asking about Bagwell, because I forgot that I purchased his Asylum Remco style figure, because I would like to get that signed by Bagwell.
Gotcha. And Tim actually brought one more to my attention that fits into my guidelines. Sergeant Slaughter from Asylum Series 2.
Oh, you got to get it.
I have to stick to my own rules, right?
You know what? Just break down and get all the superstars. Just go back and collect them.
I'm not doing it, dude.
Come on now.
I can't. As it is, Rick Rude shuffled his way in because NWA. He was champion with Manny Fernandez there. So got to add Rick Rude as well.
So is there anybody else from the Superstars figures you can add?
No.
See, I think you can add Bigelow.
Why?
Because he was part of the NWA after he left.
He was, but that was like 1988, 88, 89.
Yeah, that's okay. It's still part of the NWA. And
no, because Remco's were pretty much done by 87.
And I have an extra Bigelow, by the way.
Oh, see. Oh, damn it. These are the problems we run into, folks, as collectors.
What?
We close a door, but then somebody finds a loophole to open the door back up, and then all of a sudden you have to spend more money.
Okay, you also need Doink.
No, okay, you're getting ridiculous.
All right,
now.
I'm sorry.
Doink,
I'm
yeah,
sorry.
you're
I'm
being
sorry.
ridiculous.
Sorry.
How dare you?
Calm down. Come on now. All right. Okay, so Rude, you need Bigelow.
No.
Because he was part of the NWA.
After Remco was out of business, he doesn't fit the scheme.
Close enough. Doink was close enough, too. Doink was like 92, dude.
In the WWF.
Yeah, it was close enough.
What?
Same century.
No Hogan. I don't need any Hogan, not red and yellow Hogan, not Hollywood Hogan, but Flair and Rick Rude for sure.
That one I dispute you on. I think you do need Hogan, at least the red.
But that was also pre-Remco. By the time Remco's came out, Hogan was already full-fledged WWF LJN. So that's why Hogan doesn't fit into my criteria, see?
Hogan should fit into that criteria.
No. Magnum and Tully, perfect fits. Road Warriors, perfect fits. Rock and Roll Express, perfect fit. Hacksaw, a UWF guy, perfect fit.
All right.
And then I just need to add Flair and Rude from the Superstars figures. Dude, my hope is that Powertown makes a Manny Fernandez.
I just know too much about Manny Fernandez, and I'm good on Manny Fernandez.
He avenged Bruiser Brody, was what I'm saying.
Touche.
So that guy gets a gold star from me for that specific thing.
All right. I get it.
And plus, he was a tag team champion. He's going to come with a title.
He's going to come with those same ones that the Rock and Roll Express came with, those big, ugly gold ones.
So I'll buy an extra one off of eBay, slap one on Rick Rude, and boom, I've got Fernandez and Rude from the tag team champions from NWA.
I can't wait to get these figures in hand.
They're so great. And then that's the thing is like you start fantasy booking what you would have wanted as a kid in the Remco line. Because I've always said in the numerous Remco conversations we've had, I've always wanted NWA guys to enter that collection, like Dusty and Magnum and all those. And look, Magnum and Tully, boom, first series, we're getting them.
Like Macho Man Randy Savage in the Jax Classic, I think Nikita Koloff. I keep saying Koloff. Nikita Koloff is that glaring omission right now for them.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, like Macho Man was for Jax.
Yes, I think Nikita is a must.
Absolutely.
You could even do Ivan if you wanted to.
Yeah, you could do Ivan Koloff.
Yeah, and then I mean Ivan Koloff, and then you do a Russians 2-pack like Classic Superstars did.
And then you get Paul Jones.
Ooh, okay.
I was joking. I never liked Paul Jones. I hated Paul Jones, dude.
So Tim gave me a little tidbit that I didn't know about, that apparently Sam Rosenthal has already confirmed. Not Sam. Who's the guy from Powertown?
Steve Rosenthal?
Steve Rosenthal. Thank you. Sam Rosenthal is someone else entirely. Yes, Steve confirmed that they're going to attack next for the Remco line.
Mm-hmm.
4 Horsemen.
Well, we've already got Natoli, so you would need to get Arn, Barry. Oh, Barry.
Ole. You're not going to get Flair.
Oh, why not?
Well, no, maybe you could.
Yeah, there you go.
Maybe you could. Yeah, okay. So you could probably get Flair.
Get Flair. Yeah.
But Luger probably out.
Yeah, Luger wouldn't be available.
Paul Roma.
Oh, dude. Yes, please.
But, I mean, obviously, Brian Pillman. You start throwing out some of these other names that were horsemen. A guy whose name I won't mention. It makes you wonder how deep they're going to dig to give us the horsemen, right?
Not that far.
I mean, the purist in me wants the OG Four Horsemen, Flair, Arn, Tully, Ole. But then the wrestling fan in me wants the best iteration of the Horsemen, Barry replacing Ole. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Your Power Town nipples are getting hard over there. You're like those bots from Austin Powers that were shooting from their nipples. All right. Let's get into the news. Scott, FOCO, Shawn Michaels and Undertaker WrestleMania 25 tribute set. $125, 224 pieces. Taker is choke slamming Shawn Michaels in this.
Are we
picture.
sure he's not carrying him like a baby?
No, he's not the stork, dude.
My first shot that I saw of that FOCO bobblehead, it looked like he was carrying Shawn like a baby. Like if you just glance at it, you're like, oh, that's adorable.
I can see how you thought that. But no, he's choke slamming. That's
not as nice. Yeah.
Supposed to be reminiscent of a choke slam, Scott.
Got it. I see.
But it's a WrestleMania 25 tribute set. $125, 224 pieces. If you want it, head on over to FOCO.com. Next up, WrestleCon exclusive, Zombie Sailor. Now, are you ready for this exclusive? It is the Reverend Slick. He will be in a white suit.
I might have to get that one. I love me some Slick, dude.
I know you do.
If it's not my favorite wrestling entrance theme ever, it's in my top 3. Jive Soul Bro. Damn it should have won a Grammy.
It should have won a Slammy.
A Grammy and a Slammy. Yes. Yes. The Slammy Grammy is what it should have taken home. I love Jive Soul Bro, dude. It's a classic.
Well, you have the opportunity to get it. It's a WrestleCon exclusive. It will be Slick in a white suit. It will be on a blue card. Just picture zombies, typical carding.
Badass, dude. That's so awesome.
See, here's what you need to do, Scott. Just kind of forego a couple other drinks so you can pay for that.
Yeah, well, what I'm hoping for now, if the WrestleCon gods can hear me out one more time, if I'm allowed to make another wish and possibly be granted another wish, is
Buff
that
Bagwell.
No, Slick, dude.
Oh.
To sign the zombie exclusive. Get off of Buff Bagwell, jeez.
God damn it, you guys.
Get that mark button.
Where is it? Here it is.
Get it. This is for you. Thank you.
Mark.
It's broken.
Dude, you know Eddie wants one of those for Drunk Wrestling History.
Are you serious?
Yes, he wants
I
that.
heard that.
Yeah, he wants that button. I told him about it. He was blown away. This was like the best news I had ever given him. In the history of our friendship, telling him about the mark button was magical.
I could see that.
Yeah, he wants one.
Again, WrestleCon exclusive Slick in the white suit. All right, let's head on over to Jazzwares for AEW figures. Supreme Sting will be available for pre-orders on Walmart Con starting March 15th at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Okay, can you help me out with that one, dude? I'll be in Seattle. I
don't even know if I'm going to order. I may jump on the pre-order on this. Because I'm tired of Walmart screwing me over on pre-orders. Like, I'm done with it, dude. I'm just taking my chances of finding them in the shops.
Okay, don't do that. Just order 2, please. Can you get me one, please, and I'll just send you the money?
All right.
Thank you. I know, because you're buying the Heart Foundation tomorrow.
Actually, you know what? I'll be on my way into work at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Okay, well, if you think about it when you roll into work, your whole 5-minute commute.
Hey, it's 11.
Oh, 11, yeah. Depending on the stoplights.
Yeah, depending on if I get stuck over by the Oakland airport.
Well, if you think about it when you roll into work,
all right.
After your extensive commute, if you wouldn't mind thinking of me and ordering me a Sting, please. All right.
I'll try to. I'm just tired of Walmart pre-orders, dude. Every time I see a Walmart pre-order, I tune it out.
I get it. They've screwed the pooch so many times and screwed over collectors. I get it. I 100% understand.
Also, the Jericho Hausen figure is also available on Ringside.
Is that just something that happened on the cruise ship?
I think so. I saw the pictures, but I don't know. I don't remember watching a Dynamite where he dressed up as Jericho Hausen.
So they're taking something that happened on a cruise ship to a handful of people got to see it.
Yeah. Love Boat got figures.
That's a good point, dude.
Yeah.
John Holmes didn't, though. He was a guest star on there one time. He didn't get a figure.
John Holmes was?
No, I think somebody photoshopped it.
Oh.
Because you know how they'd always have him like a guest starring, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Somebody put a John Holmes picture in there and changed the font.
You know what? I did hear that he did guest star on there one time, and he was the anchor.
Oh, I see. That makes sense.
Yeah. Anyways,
that makes sense. They broke down in the middle of the ocean. He was the oar.
Well, he specifically wasn't. Appendages that were attached to him were the anchor and the oar. Anyways,
his gigantic foot.
All right, so Jerichohausen is up on ringside for pre-order. All right, let's head on over to Mattel. First question from the message boards, I should say. First question came in from the coach. So Jonathan Coachman sent in a question.
Oh, that's nice of him.
The coach said, when will the Monday Night Wars Ultimate Edition Brett and Roddy hit Walmart stores? Steve said planogram reset next month.
Are you in on those, Jeff?
Dude, I've debated so hard on those.
Are you getting the Monday Night Wars Elites?
No.
You're passing on those.
I don't know. I'm going to wait till I see them, and then it's going to be a impulse buy or not.
The WrestleMania store is going to have them, dude. That's when you're going to be, yes, they're going to have newer product there. So that's when you're going to get hit with the temptation.
We'll see on that one.
Okay.
Next question came in from Chip. Rescue Rangers, Chip and Dale. Sorry.
Are we sure it's not Firebreaker Chip?
Oh, I saw a picture of him and Todd Champion the other day. I was hella laughing. All right.
That was hilarious. Yeah.
You saw that too?
Yeah. I was like, who's that kid with Todd Champion? Oh, wait, that's Firebreaker Chip.
Did you show Shannon?
No.
Oh.
No, I didn't have a mop handy, so
No.
Family show, folks.
Firebreaker Chip said, are the Monday Night War figures slated for the Walmart planograms, which Steve already answered, or is the shipper program the only way we're going to be able to get them? Steve said Monday Night War Elites and Ultimates hit Walmart planogram on the very next reset. So as Steve kind of answered that the previous question. Crush, Brian Adams, not the singer, sent in a question. Forgive me if this has been clarified somewhere previously. Are the Mattel Creation reveals next week only going to be for Mattel Creation specific products or for the line as a whole? Related, will there still be reveals Mania weekend, or are these fulfilling that slot? Steve said Mattel Creation exclusives will be highlighted during the Mattel Creation revealed event. We'll have our usual WrestleMania reveals at WWE World/WWE Superstore WrestleMania week.
So there are two exclusive events happening.
Exactly.
One is specifically Mattel Creations. The other one is the WrestleMania reveals.
Yep.
Perfect.
Next question came in from Danae D3X. Hey, Steve, I'm a little confused about your post regarding Mattel Creations reveals. You said, quote, plus an exclusive item, quote, unquote. If the reveals are already exclusives, does that mean this is an exclusive item that's ready to go or something exclusive to the revealed event? Steve said that item will go live during the event.
And when is the event again?
The Mattel Creations thing?
Yes.
Isn't that the Mattel revealed thing that I talked about? But wasn't that like 21st and 22nd?
Yes, you did already talk about that. Yes.
Thank you for reminding me. Was that the thing where they were going to have like exclusive stories and all that stuff? Or
yes.
Yeah.
Yep. So there's an item that's going to drop that you have to, like, as the show's going on, like, okay, now go run over. So you go to Mattel Creations and you're purchasing something.
I guess so.
The wheels are turning. I wonder what this could be.
The wheels in the sky keep on turning.
Yeah. Is that Freedom Rock, man?
Oh man, somebody in Alameda singing Freedom Rock. So that's the way I'm taking it, is that there's an exclusive event. That's all I can say.
Okay. And Jeff, it seems the tides have kind of shifted a little bit on my side of the collecting universe.
Uh-huh.
I've got a huge box from BBTS coming.
Okay.
A pile of loot has shipped.
Uh-huh.
I have my 4 Motley Crue reaction figures in there.
Ooh. Okay.
Yep.
Did you get Cliff Burton, the second one?
No, I'm passing on that one.
All right.
But I have some Ultimates coming in.
Okay.
And one Elite. Roman, Asuka, Charlotte are my Ultimates. And I've got the second Solo Sikoa Elite.
Okay.
No Golden Era figures in that. All newer. And my most recent order was the Ultimate Cody, KO, and Sammy.
Oh, what is going on here?
I don't know, man. I don't know. There was like a weird Earth shift and suddenly I'm collecting newer stuff. It's so I guess I'm filling up a DTOF hole with a bunch of current stuff.
Oh, nice, dude.
Yeah, it's really weird. Normally but then tomorrow Heart Foundation drops.
Yes.
Right, so I'm definitely going to be getting that. I'm sure the Mattel Creations will have something Golden Era or New Gen.
You're getting the Walmart Sting Supreme.
Well, yeah, that's a must. I don't know if I'm going to open that one or not. There's so much real estate on the front of those Supremes for somebody to sign that I think I'll leave it in the package and have Sting sign that. Like, I would really want him to sign. I saw Steve Fountas from the Positively Pro Wrestling podcast is going to have Sting sign his defining moments. Because I was thinking doing the same thing in WrestleCon, but then the Supreme is coming out, and that's kind of like his retirement figure, so to speak. And I'm like, man, with so much area to sign, I think I hold off and get that one signed.
I wonder if he would use up the whole real estate.
I mean, you'd have to probably pay for an inscription.
Probably.
But I mean, what the hell, right?
Yeah.
Like Hall of Fame, what are you going, 2015? AEW Tag Team Champion. Like, you could have him do a couple things. But there's so much real estate there that, go crazy. Shoot, draw your face paint if you can. Do whatever. Like, that would just be awesome.
I don't know if he'd do that. I think he'd just sign Sting and the Scram Kid. Hey,
get out. Aren't you the guy?
Aren't you the guy from WrestleCon that would talk my ear off?
You're that guy from Stockton, right? You son of a bitch, get out of my line.
That was creepy as shit. Get out of here.
He's like, kid, I've been in awkward moments, but you.
It was so awkward your brother started dipping into the bushes like Homer Simpson.
I'm just kidding entirely. Sting wouldn't call me kid. He'd be like, scram, old man.
Man, is it a cosmic shift that Scott's collection has now just completely changed?
Yeah, but then I'm gonna kick it, and tomorrow Heart Foundation drops.
Find out next. Same bat time, same bat channel. Same fully posable time, same fully posable channel.
Yeah, next week might be a different story.
Yeah.
And we're doing toy spotting or whatever, and I'm like, yeah, I got the Heart Foundation, and then picked up a Powertown Bockwinkel, and yeah, then I go right back to...
correct me if I'm wrong, the pre-orders for the Heart Foundation is just pre-order, right? Just, there's no set limit?
Nah, it's just
okay.
However long. Yeah, well, because the all of the Coliseum collections are still available. Hogan, Funk, Rude, Jake, Piper, Steel, yeah. I think Muhammad Ali is still up there. So yeah, they're going to make a ton of these.
Okay, especially Heart Foundation.
Especially. There may not even be a limit, dude.
Nah.
Like, it may be limit 10.
Limit 10.
Yeah.
All right.
Oh, speaking of limits, dude, I have a funny story for you. So I went and got my haircut at lunch today.
Okay.
And whenever I do that, I go pick up food and just head back to the office as soon as my haircut's over with. So I'm like, Wendy's has $2 Dave's Doubles right now for a March Madness deal on the app. I'm just going to get one of those. And so I go into the app, find my $2 Dave's Double deal. I hit add, and nothing happens. I'm like, what the hell? So I hit it again. Nothing happens. I repeat process. And then I start like tapping it madly, like, what the hell's going on here? And then a warning pops up on the screen and says, you can only order 10 of any item. And I'm like, man, if somebody was watching this, they're like, look at this fat ass go. 10 Dave's Doubles. But then I got to thinking, I'm like, actually sounds kind of good.
They're probably like, watch, this fat ass is going to drive up and he's probably in a Fiat or something. He's probably driving like a Mini Cooper or something.
Yeah, it's scraping the ground.
Oh man, that's hella funny though. All right, Scott, we've got Shawn Ng up next. What do you say we go talking to him?
Can't wait.
Welcome back to the show, Shawn Ng. Shawn, it's a
guys.
Hey, it's a pleasure to see you.
Sorry.
You seem in a lot better mood than the last time we talked to you.
Oh, yeah. Like last time, I would say absolutely distraught and not myself.
Right.
I would say. Not my usual self.
But you definitely seem like you're in better spirits now.
A lot better. But we talk about that in a little bit, yeah.
Yeah. We want to know, your wife's doing better, we hope?
Yeah, she is. Recovering, taking herbal medicine to kind of tune herself up a little bit and stuff like that.
Good.
So,
Good.
yeah, she's in a lot better spirit right now. We still haven't gone on a trip yet, but I'm still waiting for her to completely recover. I would say she's 80-90% right now, so,
Okay.
Still waiting.
She's great.
I'm still waiting for you to take me to Japan so I can get some Wagyu beef. I'm still waiting for that.
I just told Yoshi about that last night when we were recording our show.
And
Yeah, and he was like, "Oh, Wagyu beef is so expensive." I'm like, "You want to talk about being expensive? Eating Wagyu beef in Japan?" I was like, outside of Japan, they're like 5 times, 6 times more the price.
That's actually true.
And he was like, "Oh, I didn't know that." I was like, "You don't eat Wagyu beef when you like go back to California and stuff?" And he was like, "No." I was like, "Okay, there you go. We know why then."
Is he going to Wendy's and getting like a $2 Dave's double?
I am.
Maybe a PK or something. I don't know. He likes Five Guys. He likes Five Guys though. We were eating Five Guys when he was in Shanghai.
Five Guys is solid.
It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay. I'm in and out kid over here, but that's neither here nor there. But Shawn, before we jumped on, you were talking about some of the figures you just purchased. Do you want to go into that for the shop?
I got lucky. No, not with another woman, or
Oh,
my wife was
no.
gonna kill me.
Oh,
Yeah, but
I was about to like cue up some porno music. Like this is gonna get crazy.
bow, bow, bow. Bow, bow.
Oh, that reminds me of the old NWO music. But yeah, I have over 400 Hasbro figures coming in. I would say in about 3 days.
Okay, so do you know what's in there in the box that will be coming to you?
I got a picture, but I showed Scott, but it's like it's really not showing much because there's so much of them.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what happens when you bump into lots like this. I mean, you remember like in the beginning of the pandemic, I told you guys before, like I didn't even see what it was, like with all those Hasbro samples that I had. It was just one tiny bit of picture that I happened to see the Bear Hug Hogan, had a little string behind the package that I knew was a green tag.
Yeah.
But this lot I saw right now, as far as I know, there is a red card Bret Hart, a regular one.
Oh.
All lose, except for a couple of really beat up Mantaur card, and I'll explain why a little bit.
Okay.
A black tights variant Shawn Michaels and a purple Razor Ramon. That's the 3 better figures I've seen. But there are something really weird, like a Ric Flair with a Scott Steiner head. Yeah. Yeah,
It's unsettling.
It happens. Yeah. It may be a miss. It may be a hit. I don't know.
Okay. So you also ran into getting some belts.
Oh, yeah, a lot. I would say over 1,000 belts are coming into the store. You guys get to see it later if you keep on coming into the store every day. You guys know if I'm updating about the Kayfabe Heroes line, then I'm not updating the store that day. I try to do like one post a day right now because if I post too much, it really I really wouldn't have time for my wife because of the situation. I still want to spend time with her. Plus have to deal with the package and stuff. At the end of the day, it's just me. It's not
right.
I don't run a big operation with like 600 people, working for me and stuff. So things I gotta do. Plus, outside of the whole KWK realm that I have to handle, for example, talents, my Yoshi Unleashed podcast with Yoshi, which we went on hiatus for about 2 months because my issues, and say, for example, Lee was very busy, our co-host. Yoshi's very busy. So, it's kind of like hard to get everyone involved.
Right.
So, yeah, I mean, I literally just recorded a new show with Lee, with Yoshi last night. Lee wasn't even available for it. Plus, I've talked about this last time I came on here and I signed a new kid, who's working lead, Junjie as well. I'm going to see him next week because I'm heading to a factory as well. And there's a wrestling show in Southern China next week. So, I'm heading over there to hit up the promoter about possibly, and I'm saying very loosely, a possible relationship, working relationship. And the kid is wrestling on that show as well. And then maybe, just maybe, to do something with that promotion.
So when the Mantaur figures come in, are you going to be the one shipping everything out?
Yeah, that would be me doing all the shipping for my store, and the asylum orders will go directly from the factory. You guys will get them first. Right now, before everyone jumps on me and go, oh, all the influencers get it first. I want to get the influencers' opinions on it first.
Mhm.
That's just how I do things. It's not like the fact that I want to neglect, all the customers and things like that. But I want the influencers to do review first, and I've told you guys before, the good or bad, it doesn't matter.
Right.
I want you guys to be as fair as possible.
Mhm.
Just be fair.
Mhm.
If you guys need to slam it because it sucks, then slam it. But if it's good, then talk about it.
I don't think anybody's going to be slamming it because so far, since you have released the pictures of the Mantaurs, seems like it's been an overwhelming positive response from everything I've seen.
Yeah, it has. I've read the comments. Everything seems really positive, Shawn.
And I'm glad. You guys know I really put a lot of work in to this whole thing. And, flying to the factory more than I needed to. Let's be honest. Before I even come on the show, like 10 minutes before, I was still confirming some stuff with the factory.
Well, as I said, so far, positive responses across the board. In fact, a lot of people have already started to hit you up and going, hey, how can I pre-order this Mantaur? And it's like,
you missed out, dude.
Yeah. I got quite a few contacts that were like, hey, you know what? Why are you posting this now? It's the Mantaur already sold out and stuff. I said, pre-order was done like at the end of August.
Mm-hmm.
And they were like, oh, how come I never heard about it? I was thinking, man, you know what? I've been promoting this for like a whole month during August.
right.
We did the showcase and amongst other stuff.
Right.
So I was just kind of like, man, you know what? There are a lot of guys, and I'm saying this not to like bash them or whatever, but in a way, I think, is it me that I have not done enough in terms of promoting?
Well, that's the thing is, where is the disconnect? Are these people coming on too late? Like maybe they got into figures. Maybe they got into figures in December.
But you've been all over social media with advertising it and talking about it,
That's where the part I'm like, I'm trying to figure out a way where, more people know about the brand.
Mm-hmm.
But I've realized this also is that after I was showing the carded sample Mantaur, and I'm going to show you guys in a bit, that I was showing that PN News, it's working in progress from the factory photos and stuff like that. I got less response for that comparing to the Mantaur, to the carded sample of Mantaur.
We'll wait until people see the carded sample of PN News, though. Then you're really going to see.
Yeah, exactly. So, I'm thinking, is it because once people see the carded figures, then they realize, oh, there's this. Like, so, if they see something loose, they just like skip it.
Yeah.
Something called the, information overload,
Mm-hmm.
Man, I feel like I was back in college again when we were talking about this. Because that when I was in college, one of the things that we were so focused talking about was a case study about that. But that was almost 20 years ago now. Damn, I feel old. But
yeah, welcome, man.
But yeah, I mean, is it because of information overload, or people are just like tuning out, not seeing Mantaur card pictures?
Because when you showed the PN News bit, it was kind of PN News's pieces, right?
Yeah.
Like portions of it. It wasn't a finished product mint on the card. I think you're right, Shawn, that's where you're really grabbing people by the throat and being like, look at this. Here's a finished product. It's pretty much ready to go. That's when they're like, oh man. But they see pieces of a figure in a picture and they're like, scroll past.
Yeah, I think that's what it is. So, maybe I'll get like similar response once the mint on card picture of PN News is out, for the carded sample. Then, we'll see what happens. Oh, by the way, I forgot to ask you guys one thing. Have you guys received the loose sample of Mantaur yet?
Guess what just showed up on my doorstep today? And I was about to say something to you, and then we kind of went off on a different route. But it is on my it's not off the doorstep now. It's on my kitchen counter right now. It will be taken with me to Philadelphia. Now, This is my question to you. Do you want me to take pictures of it?
You know what? Go get it right now.
Oh, we're gonna do a live unboxing.
Go get it right now. Open
All
it
right.
up live.
All
Let's
right.
do that.
Okay.
Let's do that.
Scott, do improv.
I'll take over.
Because I want to make sure that the COA is okay.
Wait. Say that again.
I want to make sure the COA is okay. I put it into a little file,
Okay.
but I don't know if it was okay. That was my concern.
Okay, Scott, do improv.
Yeah.
You got it. Yeah, live unboxing. I love it. And this is great too, because it is going to go up on YouTube. So the eventual winner is going to see what they're going to win. So
right.
this
so
is...
that's the thing. I mean, since I'm here, we might just as well talk about it.
Absolutely, yeah. And then we get to see the finished carded version here in a little bit too.
Yeah, I actually have them on the side. I was about to say
that is just it's so eye-catching. It looks so good, mint on card. And you definitely made the right choice on the packaging, Shawn. 100% made the right choice.
Well, there was something that I was talking to the factory about and they had to fix, because what happened was yesterday they were showing me the bubble. Yeah. And they were showing the bubble to move downwards to make a stand. And I wasn't happy with that. So I told them what happened was I said I wanted to have a little bit of chunk down at the bottom.
Yeah.
So it would be just like coming down like that. So it would stand just doing that because
right.
I was using this. I was using this Raven, for example.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yep.
It's here at the bottom.
Yep.
So that's what I want. You don't need a lot to make it stand.
Right.
So, I was talking to the foreman of the factory. That's a funny story as well. Apparently the foreman of the factory has a bad temper. like has a really bad temper. and the factory owner / manager and I were talking because, I'm still getting the price quote of the possible new line later this year.
Okay.
And they're working on it. I'm not going to say anything yet.
Well,
Because,
you told us last time they are smaller figures. That's all you said.
Yeah. It's something small, but I'm still waiting on the price quote for that.
Yes.
So they were. Then he was like, "Yeah, how are you working with the foreman?" I said, "Yes, be great, man." He was like, "Really?" Because last time he got into a fight with a customer. I was like, how? He's polite as shit, man. And I was joking with the owner of the factory as well, because, by this time I've seen him so much, we're working so much, that kind of become sort of professional friends. So we can kind of joke a little bit. So I was like, if it was you, I wouldn't have suspected one thing. You probably end up getting into a fight with a customer. He was like, me? No way. I'm like, hell yeah, you. So yeah. Oh, I see you got the sample, right?
I do. Man, this thing is packed well. Holy crap.
I always pack well. What are you talking about?
That is true. I've purchased a couple things off you that we will not talk about, but we'll keep that. Hey, we'll keep that between you and I.
Yeah.
Okay.
How's the COA?
COA is perfect. It's in a WWE World Wrestling Entertainment folder.
Yeah, I deliberately did that.
I'll hold it up to the camera. Here's the COA from Shawn.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
All right. Now, mind you, this is all going to be given away at the City Tap House, April 5th, 4 p.m.
Courtesy of Shawn. Shawn, thank you so much for donating this. This is amazing.
No, man.
Yeah,
I mean, you guys gave me an idea as well. And I'll tell you this. You guys are the first guys that are doing this, okay? And I'm also doing something similar with Kyle Peterson.
Awesome.
Okay, nice, good guy, man.
Kyle's great.
Also doing something with Fake Heel.
Oh yeah, he's good dude.
Sweet,
too.
Yeah.
Once I get the PN News, I'm gonna do something with the Fake Heel.
Nice.
Yeah.
Perfect. That's awesome.
And then another podcast out in the UK.
We met Fig Heel while we were at Mattel last year, and he's a good dude. He's a really good guy.
Yeah, Kyle Peterson as well. We got to hang with him at WrestleMania.
Yep.
Right. So I was thinking, since I'm doing that with you guys, might just well do it with a whole bunch of people.
I love it. That's great, Shawn.
At the end of the day, the loose sample is really a one of one. I mean, aside from the mint on card ones, which I'm keeping.
Heck
I'm
yeah.
sorry, I'm keeping for company reference only. So, if it gets to a point eventually where I have to do like exhibitions and stuff like that,
Yeah.
then I got these to show for.
Man, I'm so
yeah.
nervous, like just handling this. How am I going to get this to Philadelphia? Oh my God. Okay, so I'm going to hold it up to the camera. There it is. That is the test.
Hold it up higher. Hold it up higher.
Hold it a little bit higher, dude. There you go.
Yeah.
So
somebody's going to go home with that.
Somebody
Yeah.
from the City Tap House in Philadelphia gets to go home. I'll move my hand. There we go. With this test shot. This is awesome, man. I feel like
one of one.
It is a legit one of one City Tap House, April 5th, 4 p.m. Somebody gets to go home with this. Man, I am like nervous just even handling it.
Yeah, it's going to get lost before Philly.
You've played around with Hasbro figures before. You played around with retro figures before.
Yes.
I want your honest opinion. Good or bad, it doesn't matter. You can bash it right in front of my face too. I'm cool with it. And you guys know me. I got thick skin. So
we have that relationship. So no. Okay, so looking at it, look at the face on it. That is Mantaur to a T.
That's unbelievable. That is so good.
Great work by Daniel Roders.
This is the kicker right here, is how well this just glides on over it. It is heavy. It's got some weight to it. So when
I told you guys before, it's going to be the heaviest retro style figures ever.
So when you have the mask, so it's already heavy when you hold it like this, but when you add the mask, it is even heavier. So someone displaying this in their detolf, you're probably going to want to secure it so it doesn't tip over or anything like that.
I don't think it will tip over. I don't think it will. But if you turn the arms to a point where it gets held like backwards, that's
I'm afraid
when
to move the arms.
it's gonna be off balance. It's okay. It's made of the same materials as the final product.
Being honest with you, they're not moving. I'm afraid to even move them.
Just move it. It's okay.
I'm afraid to.
Oh man,
it's okay.
I'm
Don't
nervous.
worry about it. Just move it. It's okay. They're durable.
Oh, okay, there
me.
they go. There they go. There they go. Okay.
I'm not even handling it, and I'm nervous.
Dude, I'm like sweating over here.
Yeah.
Also, I'm hungry and I'm thinking about cake, but that's a whole different story. Okay, so the arms, there you go, and then the waist, there you go.
Yeah.
And again, this is a display piece.
The head moves too. Just so you know.
There you go. You can move it, but see, this is a display piece. People aren't going to wrestle with this. This is something people are going to be putting in their detolf.
Yeah, it's a collector's item. We're not playing with that.
Especially this one of one that somebody's going to win April 5th, 4 p.m. Look at that.
Unbelievable.
With the mask. And look how easy it just slides right on.
Hasbro never made an accessory that good. Ever.
I would say they were more cartoony in a way, but, that bullhead really took a toll on the factory because the factory had to try so many times to perfect the tooling.
Oh, you mean between the horns, the nose?
Yeah, the tiny little bit of details and stuff like that. They were having a hard time to get it perfect, and there were a couple of times where they were showing me the stuff, and I was like, nah, not good. So, yeah.
That is just incredible, Shawn. See, and that we kind of talked about this the last time you came on, is people are going to see that finished product. They're going to have missed out on it, and they're not going to miss out on any more of them.
Right.
And look how perfectly that fits.
This is the approved sample. So you're expecting the final product. It's very, very similar to this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So just for the record, but this one on the bottom doesn't have all the watermarks from the KWK brand or the limited numbers at the bottom because
it's got that COA.
I told you guys before. That's why I deliberately printed the COA with the company stamp on it.
Nice.
With my signature and everything. So, I want to make sure this is like legit for you guys.
Now, what the winner should do is try to land one if they don't already have Mantaur coming their way, is try to land one on the secondary market to put with that Mantaur figure. That's what the winner should do.
Or they can just grade it.
Oh.
And And that's why I put the COA as well, because it'll be great for people to grade, like whoever the winner wants to do that.
That's a great call, man.
The reason why I do this as well is because it's going to be easier for people to grade.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can do this right now. Look, it's very easy, and
that's ideal.
You guys can see the back.
Yep.
I love the signatures on the back too. That was such a good touch.
That's Max's work from Porter. Like, he was showing me this. He was like, "Do you think this works?" And I said to him, I said, you got absolutely 100% free will to do however it looks in terms of the packaging. Just make sure you get the colors right.
So I do have a quick question regarding the packaging, because you went in at the 12th hour and redid the packaging because you realized you had to change it up. How difficult was it to do it with so close to the deadline? Because Mantaur is going to be on people's porches April. You've been saying that since the beginning.
Yeah.
And it feels like it was the 12th hour that you were redoing the packaging. How tough was that on the factories, on you, on everybody?
Well, when I was receiving the painted sample, okay, so the approved sample, when I received that, right away I was like, okay, this is way too damn heavy.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that was close to Chinese New Year when I received the approved sample, and I called him right away. I said, with this being this damn heavy, the traditional bubble is not going to work.
Mm-hmm. Right.
And they kept insisting, oh, it's still going to work. We just have to glue them better. And I said, no, it's going to fall off, guaranteed. And I showed a couple of the other companies' figures, and I said, look at how easy this falls off. So, I start holding on to one of them. I'm not going to name names, but, I was like rocking it and it just popped. Like so easy. So, and I was like, this is even lighter than this damn dude. So you guys really need to think of something. And they were like, we don't know. Because, they just like, it's better for me to think than they do. That's how factory does. Right. So I was like, why don't we do this? So, I went to pull out old Marvel Toys, Toy Biz, TNA style figure.
Yep.
Mint on card. I mean, that's one perk when it comes to having the store, because you get a whole bunch of like secondary figures and stuff like that. Sometimes mint on cards, sometimes loose or whatever, so you can compare. And I was like, okay, this is what you do. And I just turned back. I think it was a Billy Gunn. Oh no, it wasn't Billy Gunn. It was Chase Stevens.
And
Naturals. And I turned that, and I turned it around, and I turned it back, and I said, look, the back, this here, so, it's kind of like similar to this. This side here, I showed them and go, okay, this is what you need to do, all that kind of stuff. So they were like, okay, if that's the case. So, and they showed me this, like how it turned out at the end. And I was like, okay. So back in my mind, I was thinking, should I move this to here?
Move Mantaur over to the...
Right, to make it more, quote unquote traditional
Hasbro, yeah.
Then yeah. So, then I was thinking, well, you know what? The bullhead fits right in. It doesn't block the KWK logo. The name can be a lot clearer for people to see.
Yep.
So, it actually works out.
Yep.
So, right away I was thinking, you know what? Forget it. Let's just keep it like that. Because, it's still very presentable that way. The only thing that blocks is the signature. But, if you look at this, you got Mike's face here, and then right from the bottom, you see the figure. So, it's like a direct reflection from one another. So it actually looks decent. I wouldn't say great, because there's always room for improvement, and I know that. But, but, it does it look good like that? I think it does.
No, I think
yeah.
it looks really good. It's almost like
Yeah.
it's kind of like you're getting two figures in one, the way it's presented. Like you get
Right.
the bullhead.
That's a tag team.
It's like a tag team.
Yeah.
It's like mini Mantaur and Mantaur, you know?
But then I was also thinking, once I get the PNUs, then it won't be looking like this. Then I will just simply have PNUs on the left side.
Right.
Okay. Got it.
I mean, is it facing it is left?
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Right,
So,
right.
so you guys know what I'm talking about. So, I'm probably gonna have PNUs like doing on this side instead of kind of like Mantaur, like right here, right now. That these two parts, the figure, so it's going to be moving it this side, and the slide bubble is probably going to be smaller as well to make it more presentable that way.
So I actually want to know, what is your personal opinion so far of the Mantaur? Like you said, nothing's ever perfect. This figure is damn near perfect. Well, we talk about on the show, we give grades or scores to figures. What would you give your own Mantaur figure as far as a score?
Out of 10.
Out of 10. And you can use decimal points.
85 out of 100.
8.5.
8.5 out of 10.
8.5 out of 10.
Okay. What is preventing it from going into the 9s, in your opinion?
Number one, too heavy. Straight up too heavy.
Okay.
But it can be a good thing, it can be a bad thing, depending on how you look at it.
Okay.
Situation beyond my control, that the figure is not made of the same material as the traditional Hasbro figure.
Okay. I can understand that.
So that taken out, quite a bit, but it's the production price point that affects it. But also on the bright side is that if I was using the same material as the old Hasbro figures for this, the Mantaur will actually look more weird because of the ABS plastic, the hard plastic, will have too much of a reflection on Mantaur's face.
Okay, I see what you mean.
Yeah, so it won't look as good.
Actually, you know what? Since this is going to be on YouTube, I actually have a Mattel Retro that I'm actually sending off to a buddy.
Uh-huh.
And I'm going to compare the two.
I just actually sold one from my store.
Oh, Macho?
Yeah.
Here's the side-by-side comparison.
It's perfect. Yeah, that's perfect scale.
I see what you mean about it's not the material or the same stuff as Hasbro.
Yeah.
I would give it an 8.8, 8.9, almost into the 9s. Like I'm on that teetering point of a 9.1, 8.9 because it's so good. The bullhead really puts it over.
Yeah, the
really,
crazy accessory. I absolutely just love it.
It really puts it over the top. Like I'm stuck between 8.9 and 9.1, but it's that good. Like the face
I'm in that same
good.
ballpark, Jeff. That is outstanding.
And you guys know when I was planning the Mantaur figure, I have always said, like, there were a couple of people that knew before, and they were asking me and go, "Are you going to have the bullhead?" And I said, "Hell yeah, you gotta have the freaking bullhead."
Yeah.
There's no way you don't have a bullhead at all. And Daniel took a lot of time to make the bullhead look good. So, that's why it looks so great coming out. But the factory also did a great load of work to perfect it with their tooling. And, I knew this right from the get-go. As long as your prototype, your original sculpting is good enough, once you take it to the tooling, there's a comparison for them to do the tooling with.
Right.
That's why it comes out a lot better the way than I expected. Like in terms of the look. But also another thing, and I know there are a couple of people that pointed out as well, was that the feet. They were saying the feet was too small. Some of them said the feet was too small for the figure. That
really?
Depending on how you look at it. But I've seen Hasbro style figures with smaller feet as well. So, it's not just this one particular figure. But is it bad? I mean, depending on how you look at it.
And I'm moving the arms. Everything's on tack. Sorry, I'm still sweating holding a test shot like this. Sorry.
Stop getting your sweat on a giveaway, dude.
I'm sorry. I'm holding a 101, dude. Come on now.
Oh, and they're easily to move apart, like the joints. Don't worry too much about them breaking
Okay.
because they are actually durable. I have the unpainted one here. Okay, so watch me do this.
Oh, stop that.
I'm being rough with it right now.
Oh,
I'll
okay.
just yank it out. I'll just yank it out.
Okay.
But it's actually quite durable because the reason why is that if you look at the joints, they're thick PVC, high quality PVC. So, it can also be rough play as well.
Okay.
Like
Well,
you see me throwing it up and down, stuff like that.
man.
I'm not even worried.
I don't like it. I don't
here,
like
I'm
it.
sweating, just moving an arm, and he's just tossing this.
He's throwing it. Yeah.
He's straight
Don't
up
worry.
juggling.
Like I said, don't worry about it. See? I'm throwing it right now. Oops, I'm almost dropping it, but it's okay.
Look, you're a juggler. I'm not. You handle test shots, one of ones every day. I do not.
Also, for the paint work, if you look at it, it's actually very durable. It's not the type that it's like, the paint work's gonna be very easy to get scrubbed off. The reason for that is, I think I told you guys this before. The factory that produced these is a factory that makes very durable PVC style anime statues. So they know about the paint work that is very easily scrubbed and stuff like that. So they have their way, I don't know how they have their way to do this. That's why I would say, even though the production cost is, I would say, higher than most that I have seen. Mm-hmm. Because I went to multiple factories and, they were giving me price quotes and stuff like that.
It shows.
So I do, from Scott and I, we do want to thank you for doing everything you can to get this over to us before the Figlife Meetup 3, to even come up with the idea of even doing a test shot one of one. So we personally want to thank you.
Absolutely, Shawn. Thank you.
I'm going to correct you on this. It's not a test shot. It's an approved sample.
See, in our area, that's all the same,
No. The reason why I want to be clear, because that's a test shot. I want to be very clear on it because, I don't want people to get the wrong idea. I'm a little bit old school like that.
Okay.
So yeah, because that is actually an approved sample.
Okay.
For the person who the winner that receives this, and if he has also bought the final product, mm-hmm. they are gonna be very, very close.
Okay.
I wanted to be out there to make sure that people understand because of the fact that it is an approved sample. Now, will there be a little bit of difference here and there? Possibly. Mm-hmm. I can't say for sure. But this factory is so good that they even skipped the first shot phase. And I said, you got to go with the first shot phase. I said, you got to go with it. They were like, oh, we don't do that kind of stuff. I said, but for this line, I need the first shots. Mm-hmm. So they will go into the chase. They're like, oh, so that was the idea.
It does stand up well. I just stood it up. It does stand up well.
Yeah, it does stand okay. I wouldn't say it's perfect, but it stands okay.
Well, in order to carry Mantaur, it's got to stand well, and it does a good job doing that. Because, as you said, the weight of the figure is there.
Yeah,
but it does stand and holds the figure, or holds the bullhead.
And I want to say this here right now. You guys don't see the tape that goes with it because it was waiting for me to approve before everything else. So they didn't tape it. They just showed me, oh, this is how you do it with the slide and stuff like that. So, but the thing is, I want people to know before they jump on me and try to kill me.
That's in phase 2
because that's my idea. Okay, the bubble inside here, the figures easily come out, so it doesn't destroy the bubble.
Okay, got it.
The reason why I did that, but it's a double-edged sword, and I'll explain why in a bit. The reason why I do this is because so when people want to put it back in the package, they can still have this not being damaged and everything. It also provided a situation where they will come off very easily. So they will fall out. So when you open the package, you got to be, there are ways to do it that you don't have to be too careful of. You can just put it downwards like that, and once I'm trying to get the camera right. Okay. So once you pull it out, the figure is actually
There you go. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
like in there right away.
Shawn, your pullout game is strong, dude.
Well done, Scott.
That's what they said before I got married. But yeah, anyway.
Legend.
But yeah, so you can also do it this way, so you can just take it out very easily.
Perfect. Yeah, if you've ever opened an Ultimate before, you can respect that the plastic bubble stays intact, because trying to get an Ultimate or an Elite out of the bubble, that thing is destroyed. So I would much rather have that if you're trying to retain at least some of the MOC qualities of it. That works way better, that design that you have there, Shawn.
With every series that comes out, there are a few extras that are made just in case stuff breaks, maybe shipping damages,
replacements.
How many extras are estimated of, and we'll just use Mantaur as an example, how many extras do you think there are of Mantaur?
I think between the two Mantaurs, because of the pre-orders, I think there is a possibility, and don't quote me on it.
Okay.
I'm hoping for more, but I want to be on the safe side. If I don't have to replace anything, if between the two Mantaurs, I would say somewhere around 50 to 60.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then would those go right up into the shop?
Well, I haven't taken into account sending to, for example, people who worked on the line, with say for example, with the promotional partners and stuff like that.
Okay.
So after that, I will have to see how many are left. And that's also one reason why where when people are like, oh, they're going to be extras or whatever, I said, I really don't know, because, there are, say for example, Slam Canada. Okay. They were one of the first people who did an article on the line. Okay. And, editor will have to get it, obviously. And the person who wrote the article has to get it.
Right.
So that's already like two of each gone.
Well, I do want to say I did go on and I purchased from Asylum. I did purchase a Mantaur. I did the pre-order for PN News and Max Moon. I did jump in on
Comic Kid.
Comic Kid. I'm sorry. Hey,
who's Max Moon?
Test shot, production sample. It's all this. No, I'm just kidding. No, but I'm excited. I'm holding this Mantaur figure, and
you didn't get Yoshidatsu.
I didn't jump in on Yoshi. It's a good thing we're about 9,000 miles apart. But anyways, it's a good thing we're separated by an ocean.
Yoshi will fly back to California eventually. I'll give him the address.
Can we keep him? Damn it! I knew there was a drawback. No, but I did jump in, and I'm excited to get these figures. And I'm even holding the Mantaur right now, and I'm still excited because it's great that I'm holding this production sample. But at the same time, I'm also seeing you have the card, and I'm like, oh man, that is so sick. So I'm excited to get that too.
Yeah, it's awesome.
I think one of the things was that there were a lot of perception, and I'm so glad, because there were a lot of perception initially for this line that went in that there were people thinking, he's not really going to do it. There were a lot of perception going in thinking, he's not going to do it. He's going to screw this up. What does he know? He's not in the community, right? That kind of stuff.
Right.
And even though you guys know that I've been around for years, and that's something that once I have doubters, no matter how long it's going to take me to do it, I'm going to prove you guys wrong. But there's still things that needs to be fixed. So for example, the card on the bottom, so to kind of make it stand, and
right.
The plastic for the J hook here needs to be punched, and the trims here have to be covered and things like that. The tiny, small stuff.
Right.
But we are very close to get these delivered to people. And I'm still going, okay, you know what? This is not good enough. I need these fixed and things like that.
Well, you got a lot of little minor details, but the overall presentation is fantastic.
Yeah, the big chunk, the big leg work is done, and it's so beautiful. And I think honestly, the big tragedy here is that Mantaur is no longer with us, because I just look at how much space there is on that bubble. And if he did like a WrestleCon, for example, and people bringing up the Mantaur figure to get signed, it would look so good.
That's the thing when Mike and I were onto this whole thing, and it was like, because he wasn't really doing that many autograph signings and fan gatherings and stuff like that.
Right.
And I said to him, I said, you don't have many official products that came out as Mantaur. Initially I was thinking, okay, you know what? From doing this, then let's help him to plan on maybe a T-shirt or things like that, afterwards.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was like a couple of days before he passed away. And, we were talking about it. He was like, he was game, like all that. And the thing is, I'm always grateful, Mike and Paul, both of them, to like, waited for me for this long to like get everything ready, to get him on a deal.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it really took a long time.
Right.
After all these time, finally, we got to figure out for him. I wish that he's here to see this.
I agree. But what a beautiful tribute to, I mean, honestly, kind of a character that was there for a cup of coffee, but is forever immortalized in one hell of an action figure. It's beautiful, Shawn.
So Shawn, Mantaur is scheduled to be on people's doorsteps in April.
Mm-hmm. I'm not gonna say right around WrestleMania time. Because they were like this is already finalized, right? Like 10 minutes before I came onto the show, and I was like, yes, this is all finalized. As long as you get these tiny little pieces fixed, we're good to go.
So PN News, estimated ship date on PN?
May.
Okay.
Yeah.
Comic Kid.
Then Comic Kid in June, and Yoshi in July. Yoshi
Perfect.
would just give me a hard time last night because I'm making him to wait so long in June. He was like, how come I'm not the first one? I said you're in Series 1.
Yeah.
I said you're in Series 1. You're the last figure in Series 1. He was like, why am I not first? I said, because I told you Mantaur was going to be first. He said, how come I'm not second?
You guys
I said, because PN News was going to be second.
You guys bicker like an old married couple, and I love it. I'm here for it.
And he would call me his favorite wrestling mark, and I'll call, that's what he calls me, and I said he's my favorite son. So that's just where we at all the time. Like, if you watch the show, that I do with him, Yoshi Unleashed on YouTube, I always tease him, and he'll call me a mark, and just stuff like that. So
I love it.
Yeah.
Well, we do want to thank you. Pre-orders for Series 2, estimation on those?
Estimation in August. The reason why I'm waiting until August, and I got flamed for this. I really did get flamed for this. Like, I got messages and go, oh man, you should do pre-orders earlier. And I said, it's a situation that I'm not going to win. No. Because if I do it earlier, then I would have people that place the order for Series 1 that still hasn't got theirs, and they will go, how come I haven't got my figures and you're doing pre-orders already?
Yeah.
And then there's going to be a group of people where, try to think of ways to go, you're just taking all the money and not doing the work.
Mm-hmm.
And not getting this stuff out. So again, putting on the safe side, and also I want people to get the entire Series 1 first, so they have it in hand. So say, for example, if they are completists, they got all the variants except for the Chase. The Chase is not exactly a variant, I told you guys before.
Right.
So, you got 4 Yoshis, you got 2 Mantaur, you got two PN News, you got 2 Comic Kid, so you're talking about 10 figure series.
Mm-hmm.
For Series 1 only, you got 10 figures already.
Right.
So, within space of 4 months.
Okay.
I think that's quite an accomplishment already. And for people to get, I wouldn't say a great figure, because I'm again, I want to be as humble as possible on this one. You know, I don't want to overtoot my own horn, so to speak.
Right.
But you know, to get a line of figures that are satisfactory to customers and have them on display like that, then I do the pre-order for Series 2.
Okay.
And the idea right now is that after Series 1, I want to put out a set of pre-orders every single month.
Okay.
So
Nice.
Series 2, Series 3, like that. So, you know, it will be, because people will already get the first taste of, okay, you know what? I'm getting this month. I'm getting this month. I'm getting this month. I'm getting this month. So, you know, it's like something just pop up on their doorsteps every single month. That's surprise. That look. I mean, we saw Jeff's face earlier.
Which one?
Like
Which time?
When you opened the figure.
Oh, yeah.
So, you know, the look of like, oh man, you know, that kind of feeling.
Yeah.
And I told you guys this before, like, you know, one time I opened up, you know, Ring 1 gear right in front of you guys and stuff. So,
oh yeah,
you guys saw that, and it was like shit. You saw my eyes were like glowing, like, oh man, this is great, and like all that. I want that feeling for people every single month when they receive it.
It's for the collectors.
It's like a KWK loot crate.
It's really catered to collect, and I've said this before. I'm not exactly in the toy business, so to speak. I'm in the collectible business. And you know, they should be treated as such.
Shawn, we do thank you for everything that you do for us. Do you want to do the plugs?
Oh, again.
Dude, here, just do this. Leave a sticky note on your computer right next to all the passwords that you have for banking, for everything. And just peel it off and read it right there.
Be sure to shop at shopkwk.com. That's the main thing, right? Okay?
Right.
Shopkwk.com. My Facebook, KWK, Kayfabe Wrestling Collector, starts with a K for collector. Also, my Instagram, KWK_Shawn. And also my Instagram, I remember this one now, okay, is KShawn, SHAWNNG.
Your Twitter X or your Instagram?
Twitter
X? Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Twitter X, yeah.
So again, everybody, April 5th, 4 p.m., you can win this test shot of Mantaur. And here's
an approved sample.
Sorry, Scott, you got to correct me on these things, man.
Stop sweating on it. Gosh.
I know. I'm hella sweating. I'm not used to
Keyboard Warrior today? I haven't heard you looking for him.
It's fine, dude. He's gone somewhere. I don't know.
Burger King again?
Probably. He's sweating.
Just put him on milk cartons. Nobody's fessing up that they've got him. So
I need to get the Keyboard Warrior T-shirt
or Keyboard Warrior figure. That'd be cool.
Yeah, let's work on that one. Hey, what do you guys think? I was thinking about this. What do you guys think if, I'm not talking about right now, but somewhere down the line, if we do a Fullyposeable exclusive figures for the two of you?
I think our parents would be the only ones buying those.
You know what,
Jeff?
You might be surprised. I don't know. I say let's put it out there, right? Like let's ask around. Would there be
let's
interest?
ask around and see what people say.
I think all of three people would probably get. That's me, Scott,
like,
and our parents. Dude.
Sometimes Jeff is too humble.
The way I see it is this, okay? Once there are more molds for the figures produced, maybe we can think about doing a special Fullyposeable 2-pack. And if anything, you know, maybe even add Kyle Peterson to it and make it a 3-pack.
Well, Kyle would definitely sell. I don't know about us.
People are like, can we just buy Kyle?
Yeah. We just want Kyle out of the 3-pack.
No, because like this, because I always look at, you know, for you guys, the podcast and stuff, and the main page always has the Hasbro look of you guys.
Yeah.
And that got me thinking. I'm like, what if we can make figures out of that?
I mean, I love the idea. I totally love it.
All right. You got to get licensor. You got to get the licensors to agree to this. We got to sign some contract.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I'm joking. We'll talk. Let's talk.
Yeah. Let's put it out there and see what people think.
I love the idea, but
I mean, let's be honest. We have seen more random retro style figure in the market than we can imagine. I'm not gonna name names, but I'm just saying there are far more random retro style figures out there. Who knows?
Look, I love it. I just want it to make sense for everybody, you know.
How cool would it be to sign your own figure, though?
Oh, dude, in a paint pen.
Like
on
somebody
that,
comes
bub.
up and they're like at a meetup or something, and they bring you your figure, and they're like, "Paint pen, can you sign?" That would be so cool.
Awesome. That'd be.
And
so
you're like,
awesome.
"Yeah, $30." Oh wait, this is a figure I'm signing. I meant 50.
I meant to upcharge you 50.
I mean, I'm just saying, let's put it out there and see what people think.
All right.
I don't hate it at all. Like, that's awesome, Shawn.
Just so you know, there was another thing that I need to talk about. It's the Taka Michinoku situation before I go.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead. The floor is yours.
We were having a hard time to perfect the Taka Michinoku head. Like, absolutely, it's like the most difficult head we have ever done.
Okay.
Because the hairstyle is very difficult to sculpt perfectly. And the last head, Taka Michinoku just did not approve. Like, he absolutely hated it.
Okay.
To be honest, I didn't like it either because the face didn't look like him. You know, we are working with several sculptors right now to see who can make the best head possible.
Okay.
So we are inputting a lot more money into a Taka Michinoku figure than anyone else. Yeah.
He was scheduled for Series 2.
Yes, he's still scheduled for Series 2.
Okay,
because everything else set except for the head.
Is there any chance that he may have to be removed? Like this setback is maybe having to push him to Series 3?
I don't want to.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to, but if it does happen, number one, I don't think Taka will be happy. I'll be straight honest. Know the guy for years, he probably won't be happy. But again, you know, he was always complaining nobody makes his head perfect. Like, to a point that he likes, because, like, let's be honest, the BCA figure looks crap.
Oh, it's terrible.
The Bendham figures look nothing like him.
True.
Right? The limited figures from King of Toys didn't look anything like him either. I have all 4 versions still selling at the store.
Oh, wow.
The one that is closest to him is the character product, the mini big head figures. So that was the closest one. But, you know, if I want to be picky, it didn't look like him. So, you know, it got to a point where Taka and I were talking, and I go, give me a picture of you front, back, left, right, and the top of your head. And I said, because nobody got your head perfect. By doing that, we will get your head a lot better that way. So if I really have to remove Taka from Series 2, then I will have to put in a legend that I have just signed.
I don't want Taka pulled, but now I kind of do.
I don't want to mention him yet because, you know, I haven't sent the initial payment over yet because I'm still waiting on them giving me a bank account. Because this Japanese legend doesn't do PayPal. That's the problem.
It's a Japanese legend. Okay.
It's a Japanese legend. And it is one that a lot of people want.
So contracts are signed, everything's done.
Yeah.
It's just waiting on that last little bit.
Right. So,
Okay.
you know, that's why I don't want to announce the name yet. And also, initially, I was going to put him in Series 4.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
So we're a little bit far away from getting him made. You know, I am so happy that I've signed him because this one is, to me, is huge. When I was in a meeting with him and we played around the ideas of the accessories of like how fun this is going to look. And he was impressed. He was absolutely impressed with my ideas.
And it's a Japanese legend.
It's a Japanese legend.
Are there any other clues?
With fun accessories.
With fun accessories. Are there any other clues?
I would just say there is a world famous character that were, as far as storylines concerned, okay, was an offspring of him. And it's, man, like I was so happy to have signed him, like, big time.
Okay.
Because that, like, there are certain stuff that he wanted on the figure, and I said, you know what, done, straight up. I said, done, easy. And I said to him, there are also this I want to do. And once I told him about my idea, they were so impressed, because they were not quite impressed with the Japanese figure that they got.
Okay, well, let the guessing begin.
So we're either going to get the best Taka figure ever made, or a mystery Japanese legend in Series 2.
If you follow wrestling since the 70s, you know. But he was more famous in the 80s in the US.
All right. We look forward to who this mystery man is. Shawn, again, as always, thank you. I'm glad things are better with you.
I appreciate it, man.
Glad that everything's better. You still owe me a Wagyu beef. I'll take that.
Yeah, we'll figure that one out if I come to California.
All right. I'm holding you to that.
Deal.
It's a deal.
Yeah.
Shawn,
all right.
Thank you again, man.
Thank you, Shawn.
Thanks a lot.
Yeah. Fullyposeable. Let's go. Jeff and Scott, the Toon Brothers, busting out the ring, but we don't take it out the box. MOC. Happy toy hunting. We'll see you next week with the OGs of WFP. Fullyposeable, thank you all for listening. It ain't no storyline, real life siblings. So everybody go and do your toy spotting. Hashtag Figlife, adios from the Kings.